Back with another video for you today. I've got Dalya here again. We are going to rank, well, she's ranking.
I've ranked already.
20 of my favorite Rose and Oud fragrances. Now, Rose and Oud is a combo match made in heaven, just like Rose and Patchouli, but I think Rose and Oud works really, really well. So Dalya's ranked 20 of my favorites. We also have one honorable mention. If you want to find out what they are, please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. Let's jump right into the list. How did we rank these and how?
I ranked them in order of what I like the best. So
what do you like the best?
With Rose and Oud, I like funk, but not too much funk. A good rose, but not overpowering.
Oh, you don't like it over? I thought I was going to say.
I like the balance. I like there to be like a harmony between the rose and the oud, where it isn't like that oud that's all like sticky or too animalic, and where the rose and the oud kind of come together. And so we had a lot to choose from, and it was very fun pulling 20 and ranking them, and hopefully nobody's too upset by the order we ended up with.
Well, I also want to mention, guys, this is fragrances that I have in my collection. I know we can't cover everything, and every time we do one of these videos, people go, oh, you didn't mention this, or you didn't feature this. It's just because this is just what we have in the collection. We love the suggestions, and perhaps in the future we'll include them. But for now, this is what we come up with, and we have one honorable mention.
We do.
And it's a cheapie. That is 17 Oud MOSAIC from Banana Republic. Now, why this didn't
really make it to the top 20 because it's a fresher rose oud combo, and it's just not the jam in my jelly roll. But it's a good, nice, light, pleasant fragrance that includes both rose and oud, and it's a great price point.
You can get these for well, it retails for about $48 in the Banana Republic stores, but if you go to their outlets, they're usually there for 50% off, so they're about $25.
Great price point, but a fresher kind of a combo.
I don't think the intensity is there for it. It's very like mass. I don't know if that's the right word to use, mass, but it's very easy.
Mass market.
Yeah, it's very easy to wear. It's an oud for people that normally don't like oud, I guess.
It's an honorable mention.
All right, so at number
20, we have, is it ROCHA?
ROJA.
ROJA.
And it's Oud MYSTERE.
This is a fragrance that I purchased blind after seeing it on a list Sebastian did a while ago.
Wait, you have this?
I had it. I gave it to you because I know.
I bought this myself.
But I gave it back to you. Well, I bought one and I like left it at your house or something. Because
what?
On me, it
I
smells
never
like,
found it. Anyway.
Okay, you guys. So this is a skin chemistry decision that we're going to be talking about here because it's lovely on Sebastian and it's bug spray on me.
Bug spray?
Like.
Do you get the champagne?
I get the bug spray.
Okay.
So it's at number 20 because it is a fickle fragrance, and it is much more faithful to Sebastian than it ever was to me. Great price point. And
great bottle.
Yeah, it's called what is it?
Oud MYSTERE.
Oud MYSTERE. So it is at the bottom of the list because I have a personal vendetta that I am going to make the most of in this forum.
Okay. Well, I like this one because it's very bubbly. He has 2 bottles
because
I don't know where the other one is.
Well, you'll find it.
Anyway, not here. I never found it when I was moving.
Awesome. All right. Well, anyway. Yeah. So that's number 20.
Okay. So what's number 19?
Number 19, Atelier Cologne.
Rose Anonyme.
Yes, and again, this is personal preference, but I don't really like the fresher. Typically, this was a lighter, brighter kind of rose oud, and I'm looking for dark and mysterious and.
This is very sparkly.
And
fizzy.
Yeah, and that there's a time and a place for that. But it's almost candied. It's a sweeter, fresher kind of.
Yeah, I could see the candied.
Yeah. So that's number 19, but it's really, it's not that it's bad. It's sparkly, light, bright rose oud.
I do want to mention this is perfect in the summertime.
I could see that.
What's number 18?
Number 18 is Oud Perfumes. This is
Sensual Oud.
Sensual Oud, and it has some fruity component,
There's oud, there's rose, and then there's dates, and then there's suede and geranium.
So there's a good combo of ingredients, also on the lighter side, and you've worked with this house before, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We have an interview with the perfume owner, the brand owner.
Right.
Ruta. And we've done a review of one of their fragrances.
We did do that.
Yeah.
So Sensual Oud, this is in keeping with the theme of this tier of the ranking. It is a lighter, fresher, brighter kind of a rose. The geranium lifts it as well. The oud is a supporting, but it's I don't really feel like it's a very oud heavy combo.
So you think it's more rose?
I think the oud is just sort of a backdrop or a foundation. I'm sure it's a base note or something, but it doesn't.
It's a supporting player.
Supporting player.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
That was the word. But it's very nice. I would imagine this is also very nice in the summertime.
Yeah. This one I'm surprised that you ended up putting it at the bottom. It's Oud PALAO from DIPTYQUE. Now why this one here?
The tragedy of DIPTYQUE is that my skin and DIPTYQUE,
they don't work together?
No. I can occasionally wear
Philosophus?
Philosophus.
I'm surprised. I'm really surprised.
It's a long term. I've tried very hard to make it. I like their candles.
Now this one is an oud, but I think it's not so rosy. But I ended up putting it in here because there is rose in there.
It's kind of the same balance question. So it's partially because I can't wear it and I'm holding a little bit of a grudge, but it's also because like this one is more floral than oud. This one is more oud than rose.
Yeah.
It's not. It's still good. It's beautiful on you, not so much on me. But it is a more oudy rose oud.
Okay. At number 16.
Oh, how do you say the name of it?
AKASTER.
AKASTER.
From Parfum de Marly.
Okay. And this one is also on the oudier side of the rose oud combo, but it's more rosy than the DIPTYQUE one.
Yes, it's definitely more rosy, and there's also a prominent patchouli note in here as well. And it does come off a bit animalic. People do complain that it's a bit on the animalic side. But do you get the animalic?
Yes.
Funky?
It is an animalic oud.
Good or bad animalic oud?
Right on the line.
Right on the line. Okay.
Genuinely, it is
right down the middle.
It would depend on the day. There would be days where I would not. It would be more oud than I could handle. But there are days when it would be just fine.
Okay.
So,
all right. Well, what's the next 5?
The next tier up, we're at 15.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about this Dolce & Gabbana.
Dolce & Gabbana Mysterious Night is a flanker to the original, the one. It's the one Mysterious Night. It's oud. It's released for men, but I think this is pretty unisex, don't you think? Don't you agree?
Because I have. This is not on the list, but I brought this Perry Ellis Saffron Rose Oud, which I found to be very weirdly similar to that.
They have some similarities from a distance.
And it's a jammy kind of a rose.
So it is very jammy, yeah.
It's a jammy kind of rose when I'm, again, look, I can't always be consistent. Just because it's sweet and jammy and rose, and ordinarily I don't like that, doesn't mean that I'm being fair here. Mm-hmm. So I found this to be very similar to that. This is the one that I have. It's not actually on the list, but if you had trouble finding this, the Saffron Rose Oud from Perry Ellis is pretty widely available.
And how much did you get this?
I don't remember, but
pretty inexpensively, right?
Pretty not very expensive. Anyway, so that is, I guess a jammier kind of a rose oud combination.
Yeah, there's rose, there's oud, of course. There's some saffron in here, so there's the leathery touches, and of course there's patchouli and amber and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. The original fragrance, the one, was all about tobacco and amber, but I don't get much of the original fragrance in here. It's more of like a rose and oud combo, which I like.
Yeah, and it breaks all the rules that I like this, but it's a little bit like that rose from Lush. What is it, that rose jam or something? Yeah. So it's that kind of, if you know that brand.
Juicy rose.
Yes. So that was 15, and 14. You're probably upset, Sebastian.
Amber Oud from ROJA Parfums.
So you were saying you thought this might be misnamed.
Well, see, I reviewed this, and when you hear Amber Oud, you're thinking it's going to be an full-on amber fragrance.
I would.
But this is all about oud rose with ambergris. So there's not real. Well, I guess there might be amber notes listed, which there's no such thing as an amber note to begin with. It's created from different notes to create an accord to smell like an amber. But there's ambergris listed here. But it is so sexy. It's so good. I'm just surprised you put it in the bottom.
It's because it didn't work on my skin. Really,
Okay.
but it was really good on his skin, but I'm the one doing the ranking. So, there are other, is it Roja?
ROJA.
There are other
It's
Roja.
actually ROJA.
There are other ROJA fragrances that I like better. But it is really nice. It's beautiful. Again, actually jammy. This is the land of the jammy rose, and it kind of falls into that jammy rose, which apparently I like, breaking all of my rules about sweet, fresh fragrances, and that's just what that is. But it's good. It's not super amazing on my skin. It's really nice on him.
It's so good on me, and I use a lot of it.
Proof. All right.
All right, what's next?
13 is GERAKINIS.
It's MANOS GERAKINIS
Good.
Sillage Royal.
I love the name, you guys.
It's a Greek name.
Sillage Royal.
No, the name of the perfumer.
This one we're getting to a place where the balance between the rose and the oud is making me happy. I don't know a lot about this brand at all, actually.
It's a new brand from the UK. Like I said, it's a Greek guy. And to me, it's very leathery. It's very oriental. It smells.
It's really
it's
very
so
nice.
good.
And possibly it's the leather that's kind of throwing me off in my ranking because it is a very prominent leather, and we're talking about rose and oud, but it's beautiful.
This is a brand I want to explore further because this fragrance is so good. I know you liked it as soon as I had you smell it the last time we connected.
Like it.
So it's a brand that we need to look out for. And from what I hear, he'll be at Exxon, so I'll be exploring his brand.
Yeah, no, and it's only because of the leather and because this is a rose oud list. This one's really good. I like it.
Do you agree with the name Sillage Royal?
Sure.
Yeah? You like it?
Yeah, it's got panache.
Oh, cool. All right. What's next?
Number 12 is by Parfum Nikolai.
Parfums de Nikolai.
And it's
Rose
Oud. So, yes.
Yes, that's exactly what we're reviewing, right, today?
Yeah.
We're talking about Rose Oud.
It is, and it's a good balance between rose and oud. It's on the fresher side, but it's not fresh. It's not sweet. It's not light. It's a good balance, and it has a kind of almost clean feel to it.
Do you get the raspberry note?
Yes.
You do. And how about the castoreum? Because there's castoreum. Do you know what castoreum is?
Do I?
It's the beavers that float around in the water.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I don't get the castoreum note. I do, however, get the raspberry note, which is...
You're kind of...
not a big fan of the fruity fragrances, so...
so you're pretty, like...
Okay, so between these two, I like this one better as a fragrance, but I think the balance of the rose and the oud is more rose and oud forward in this one, even though the raspberry is there, and that is not my favorite note.
Okay.
So,
I get it.
Yeah, so that was 11, and then that was 12, and number 11
is MANCERA's Oud Exclusive, the new fragrance that
this one kind of moved around the list a lot.
Oh, you just have to do that.
This one's great. It's really good. It's it's a much more it's a higher impact kind of a fragrance. The density is there that I'm looking for when it's rose and oud combined.
Do you get the spices? There's lots of spices in there, and there's
what are the spices?
Cinnamon or something like warm, and
I do get something warm, but I don't get cinnamon. But I do get more of a yes, it is a spicier.
I almost get like cinnamon chai, like a chai kind of a smell.
I don't have
chai tea. According to the notes, there's rose oriental notes, whatever that's supposed to be. But I think in the oriental notes is...
But the oud is like excellent.
You like the oud?
I like the oud, the particular oud that they've chosen to use here. It's got a very like sticky but not tacky. That made it sound terrible. It's really good though. It's the right kind of oudy oud.
Okay.
And the rose is good. It's a good balance. But this one I like it for the oud.
Oh, cool.
All right. We're in the top 10.
What's number 10?
Oriento.
Oriento from Jeroboam.
And this one's
oh my God, I love this.
Beautiful. This is an achievement in fragrance construction. This one is very, 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 very lovely.
You know why I think you like this one?
What's the DNA of the brand? I think the...
You're a true patch hoe, because that's all about patch in there. It's got rose.
It's the only reason I like
It's got rose. It's got oud, but it's also got that beautiful patch.
And in this case, like, so which one was the one where the leather was kind of much? So this one, I think it was. I really like this one. The leather almost was so forward that I wasn't noticing the rose and oud quite enough. Whereas this one, the patchouli is there, kind of like pushing the rose and oud forward.
Okay.
To my nose, it's beauty.
Well, I can see why you listed these back to back, because this one, I find them a little similar. Black oud is amazing. Lots of patchouli in this one, but it is rose and oud. And it's also on the drier side, not so jammy. Although the rose is a bit jammy, but I think this one, it's more on the dry side.
Okay, so they're similar, but they're not the same. This one does have the jammy rose, absolutely right, but it's a different patchouli than this one. This one almost reminds me of the patchouli from Patch Flash.
Oh.
It's a different, almost boozier patchouli.
Okay.
And then this one, the oud is lighter.
So yeah, I think...
Like
for this one you said?
So like this one had like an almost like not quite skanky, but like on that side of almost like sticky kind of oud, and I love it. This is a lighter oud than that, as well as a lighter feeling oud than this, to my nose. But yeah, I mean they have similar components. This one has the jammier rose though.
Okay.
Kind of like that one.
But most of these are pretty jammy to begin with, as far as the roses go. I just felt like this was a drier fragrance, personally.
These could be like that. It is very, in terms of ranking.
Okay.
All right.
This is a new brand called ORENS.
Yeah.
ORENS. This is called MOIRE de Calha. This one right here.
Okay.
It's a beautiful bottle.
The packaging is incredible.
Stay tuned for a video about this brand very soon. I'll have it go live. But this is another rose oud combo. You've got rose oud, vanilla, violet, and davana.
It's almost
You know what davana is?
Is that a flower?
It's a kind of a licoricey smelling flower or plant, which is why I can see
I have to show you guys the cap. Sorry. Like this kind of detail, I don't know if you can see it or whatever, but when you go and the cap, it has like a little groove. I'm not getting it, but it's really cool. All right, sorry. Beautiful packaging. Very heavy. All right, sorry.
It's like a lightsaber.
Well, I mean, like if you needed like a subway defense kind of, keep it in your bag, and like it's probably not what they were intending. It's very beautiful packaging. This one I think is what this one wishes it was.
Oh.
I'm gonna upset everybody today. All right, filter's not working. This one goes on and it has a similar sort of, maybe it's the aldehydes, but that kind of like right here in your nose.
Is it fizzy?
Yeah. But then
I think it's the davana.
It settles down beautifully into this gorgeous rose and oud. It's classy. The opening is a little rough, but the dry down is like within, I don't know, 5-6 minutes. It's
amazing.
Really, really nice. This is a classy broad, this one.
All right. Next up, it's one of my favorites.
One of your very favorites.
One of my very first Rose and Oud fragrances. This one got me so many compliments. How come it's here at number 7? You like it?
I like it.
It's so jammy and creamy. This is probably the creamiest Rose and Oud combo fragrance I've worn. I think it's because it has sandalwood in the notes. And as soon as you smell it, you could smell the creaminess. But it doesn't smell like milk or actual cream. There's just a creamy quality. But the rose and the oud and the patchouli in here are phenomenal. Well, they're just out of this world. The only problem is I hear that this is discontinued. At least here in the States. I do see them in stores in the Europe still, which is a bummer. But if you have Rose and Oud, or if you can get it because it's amazing. Then we have Halfeti.
This is one of their very popular ones.
This is so popular. It's extremely
also has
popular.
Patchouli.
Yeah, it's oud, saffron, cypress, cedar, rose, patchouli. Now, this is a very dry fragrance to me.
What do you mean by dry?
Very dry and woody. Like I smell wood chippings along with the oud. Do you get that?
Mm-mm.
What do you get?
I get the patchouli. I do know what you mean by dry. Maybe I'm being literal on the wood chips. It's I've never smelled a jammy rose that was dry before. Usually they're a little more unctuous, sort of, where in a fragrance. I know what you mean. Not wood chips, but almost like desiccated. It's good. But it is in the theme of patchouli and rose and oud.
It's a very, very Middle Eastern style fragrance for me.
Oh, I could see the sand and the dry air.
Yeah, it's very dry. A lovely scent. Halfeti from Penhaligon's. Tell us about your top 5.
Frederick Mall.
The Night.
This is beautiful. This is exceptionally lovely, and it's very, very expensive. And
it's also very, very sexy and animalic.
It's also very sexy and animalic.
And it's a very long-lasting fragrance.
What is the price point on this? Just so that if anybody was kind of feeling the love, like we should let them know.
$1,500 for 100 ml.
So it's very pricey. It's really beautiful. It is the right kind of animalic. It is a beautiful.
You fell in love with it as soon as you smelled it.
I did. I'm really kind of upset. I'm a little bit angry. But it's just really well done. It's rose. It's oud. It's
also Dominique Rapillon. He's a master perfumer. You like Portrait of a Lady? He did that.
I like a lot of things he did.
He did this too, yeah.
This is pretty good. So you've had more. I haven't had the wear time with it, but I'm not surprised that it's long lasting. That's been my experience across the brand, really, at least with the 3 I have, and it is top 5 for sure.
Okay.
It might have gotten docked a few points just.
Because of the price range.
I'm annoyed. I would get this. I'm not going to, though, because that's ridiculous.
Okay.
But fair enough. I'm sure the ingredients are very expensive.
What's number 4?
Tom Ford.
Noir de Noir.
This is so good. This one is really, really lovely.
Ultra sexy. Noir de Noir is rose, patchouli, truffle, vanilla, oud. Oh, so good.
It's really good. It's beautiful. And it's this is what you want your date to wear.
The thing about this is doesn't have a lot of oud in it. What are your thoughts about that? It's not a very oud forward. It's more like...
I disagree.
You do?
Totally. Maybe it's just on my skin, but...
Okay.
And maybe there's a bias here just because I like this one so much, but just breaking the rules everywhere, maybe. I've known this one for some time. I think it's a beautiful example of what talented nose can accomplish with rose and oud.
Okay. What's number 3?
Number 3 is this one surprised me actually.
Oud Ispahan from Dior.
Yeah,
I'm surprised you liked it so much.
Somebody else liked this one quite a bit. You perhaps wear this on occasion.
I do.
Yeah, no, this is great.
Family wears it too, so.
It's wow.
I have a family of perfume lovers. Don't forget
this
that.
This is really a good oud and a good rose, and somehow it's still light, but it's not that fresh feel that I don't like, and it's...
So it's not Rose Anonyme?
I don't...
Atelier Cologne Rose Anonyme?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. It's...
Because I think you like a little bit of the funkiness. This has definitely funkiness, and Rose Anonyme did not have any funkiness.
But it doesn't have the same level of funk as this one.
No.
This is where... If I'm in the mood for like the skanky, funky animalic, this is where I would go. This is funky but not skanky.
Okay, makes sense. I like it.
And this is really good. This surprised me. I wasn't expecting this kind of robust, like this depth really, because it's a light pink. I kind of thought it would be very fresh and it's
girly,
but it isn't. It's I wouldn't actually say it's. It's pretty unisex.
No. I said you were referring to the color.
I did. I was totally.
It's not girly at all.
No, it's really not. But this one, I think it's also the woody notes. I'm always happy when I find a fragrance that has that and isn't so masculine. I could conceivably wear this as well.
You can.
Yeah, I think so.
You get the patchouli?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's again the woods, this patchouli. They're supporting the oud and the rose. This is just beautifully constructed.
The problem with this fragrance and the entire line is people complain about the longevity. It doesn't last.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, and it's kind of a big bottle to carry around with you if you needed to refresh it. But just as a fragrance, it's really beautifully constructed.
It smells great.
It smells great.
Okay. Number 2. It's Asawira from Penhaligons. We have 2 Penhaligons on this list.
Yes, we do. This has a great balance. This is, it's a jammy rose that isn't too jammy. It's a...
This is so good. I do like this a little more than Halfeti. You did right.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. This is actually... Do you get like... There's a little licorice-y touch in here. Do you get that?
I'm...
Maybe something green. The notes here are saffron,
Okay.
oud, myrrh, rose, woody notes, and a ton of other things.
It's just a good oud. It's a good sort of... Again, I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over again, but it's just right at that... It's a great point of funky, not quite skanky. And then the rose is jammy, but not like... It's not like so cloying. It's sweet, but not gross. You know, it's a great balance. And it's got a stickiness to it that I would guess this one has a great longevity. Just by the... It smells like it would hold to your skin and clothes.
This one, unfortunately, is not so big on the rose.
It is on me.
It is? Oh. Yeah, there is something liqueur-like in there. Something like booze, like booziness.
Yeah,
we do like boozy fragrances.
It's quite lovely.
All right, what's number 1?
Number 1, this one's on my list. I think we said that in the last time we talked about Tiziana Terenzi, is that I have to finish something, but this is on my list.
You want to buy it?
I do. I want to have it. I want to wear it. It's I've had a sample or 2 that I've worn out through. It's really good on my skin. It's very elegant. It's a very full kind of...
It is very big. It's big, full, in your face.
Yes.
Heavy-handed.
But beautifully balanced.
It is.
And it is, there's that patchouli again. Need it even be said.
Oh God, it's so good.
It's just...
So good.
It's, yeah. So I know it's sort of odd that I sort of feel like, just in terms of like brand cachet or whatever, that you might think that the Frederic Malle would be number 1, but this is the one that I like the best and that I want to own myself and wear. So I had to put it at number 1.
Well, it's your list.
It's my
list and you ranked it.
I was going to say. Yeah, you know what? And it could be that you guys have other rose ouds that we missed. Please let us know.
Yeah, please let us know what they are.
But hopefully you will have some inspiration to check these out. Again, I think that rose has there's this idea that rose is very feminine, and it can be, but when you pair it with oud, it's very unisex, kind of...
It even goes masculine.
That's true, but that's really good.
That is really good.
Yeah. All right, anyway.
Well, thanks guys. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you for ranking these fragrances.
Thanks for having me. I love the new space.
Well, thank you. Guys, if you have any questions or comments, do let us know. Also, if there are fragrances that we missed, like Dalya was saying, do let us know, because I'd like to find out. I mean, this is a genre of fragrances that's been overdone, I believe. I mean, it's been done over and over and over and over again, but it does work. Yeah. They do work out, and they do smell great, and we do love them. So let us know what they are. Yeah. If you have any questions or comments, please list below. Other than that, please like this video, please share it, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.